of our national anthem.
Welcome to your latest weekly dose of adrenaline. Welcome to IZW. My name is CM Burnham, this week joined by the attorney, the co-owner of IZW, Jeff Wolfenbarger, one of the two people who have already advanced to the quarterfinals of the 2015 Impact Player of the Year tournament. And tonight we're going to see two more matches in that Impact Player of the Year tournament, as we're going to see Jake, don't call him Sheepy O'Brien, take on the returning Spike. And we also, we're going to see a collision of representatives from two tag teams that have had one storied past with each other, as Randy Price faces Graham Bell.
I'm very interested to see Randy Price out there. I see how he's going to cope being a single match. He's been running a tag team. And see how Graham Bell's going to cope as a single match.
Last year, Graham Bell, the 2014 Impact Player of the Year, he certainly is looking to defend that position, to repeat, and perhaps, they're already the tag team champions. Perhaps Graham Bell wants to put his eyes on some singles gold this time around, but in order to do that, he's got to go all the way to the finals, and I know that you certainly have your eyes on the finals potential, as I know you want to get your hands on Bad Brad Michaels in the finals of that tournament.
For him to do that cheap shot last week, I'm really looking forward to seeing him. Hopefully, the finals, it'll be me and Bad Brad. That's going to be exciting. Hopefully, the fans will get to see that.
We also, tonight, we were promised last week, Johnny Z said there's going to be some sort of announcement, some sort of fallout from the falling apart of Impact Inc. as well. He cast them all away. He said that they're all forsaken, and he had some sort of revelation that was going to be put out there tonight. Do you have any idea what your brother's going to be doing?
No, my brother is always thinking, so he has something up his sleeve, and I'm kind of worried about what he has planned.
Oh, he should always be worried about what the natural born leader has in his mind when it comes to IZW. But fans, we're going to open up tonight with a huge event, as the facilitator of Impact Inc. is on his way to the ring right now. Damon Windsor.
Is he still the facilitator of Impact Inc.?
Well, I don't know. I guess we can still say he's at least a facilitator of some sort, but Impact Inc. appears to be no more. And I'm sure
Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest is scheduled for one fall with a 20-minute time limit.
Mark Wilson
coming to the ring first is the facilitator, Damon Windsor.
Damon Windsor out with the co-commissioner of IZW, the Butterscotch Stallion, Mark Wilson, as well as that Jezebel, Lisa Gennaro, who has been constantly at Damon Windsor's side ever since the revelation that she and Windsor were in cahoots at Violet Valentine. But the facilitator on the way to a ring, he's got a very stiff challenge tonight in the form of Double D.
Yeah, if you look at them walking out, it looks like they have something else on their mind. They're not just worried about a match. They're worried about something else. I don't know what.
Well,
maybe it shook them up last.
Damon Windsor tends to have like two expressions on his face. He's either got that sick smile where he's doing something, where he's getting something over on somebody, or he's got the kind of blank expression where things aren't going the way that he wants them to go. And right now, the blank expression is definitely there. He's trying to camouflage it. He's trying to let nobody read what the emotions are. But I can tell you, Damon Windsor is very worried because he can't necessarily count on the presence of Johnny Z and Impact Inc. to be there behind him.
I'm pretty sure that is exactly right. He cannot count on him, so he's kind of on his own. He's got the people in the ring with him. I guess that's the only thing he has with him.
Damon Windsor now going through the very complex procedure that seems to be part of his ritual, his pre-match ritual, where there is some undressing, and I'm sure there'll probably be some gloves put on out of that Halliburton briefcase that Mark Wilson is picking up right now. I don't, to this day, I still don't understand why he does. Oh, look, kiss for good luck. That's pretty sick. But I don't understand why he doesn't do all of this stuff in the back, but a dressing area, deserves to be. What's he doing back there? Smoking? What's going on?
I think it's just a mind thing. He's trying to get in the mind of his opponent.
Well, Damon Windsor is certainly a master at that, but here's a guy whose mind he is not going to get inside.
That is right. I was using the words right out of my mouth.
And his opponent, Double D!
Two-time former IZW champion, and he now has an opportunity as of last week to once again put that championship around his waist, as we know that the main event at Sudden Impact on May 16th will be Double D one-on-one against the leader of the height section, your IZW champion, Jermaine Johnson. It's the match that Double D has desperately wanted for quite some time, and I think he believes that he can just get that one shot, a one-on-one fair opportunity. He can pin Jermaine Johnson's shoulders to the mat and bring that title back home with him.
Yeah, this is a man who always comes to wrestle. His mind is always on his opponent. I mean, unlike Damon Windsor, who comes out looking like he's thinking something else, this guy, Double D, always comes to play.
Double D, when he made his return back to IZW towards the end of last year, he was obviously a very different individual, but we cannot deny the fact that he still is very focused. He still is extremely talented, obviously in the ring, in absolutely phenomenal physical condition, and it's tough to put this kid down. I'll call him a kid because I'm quite a bit older than him, but it's tough to put this kid down in any situation. Just like he proved last week, he pinned the champ in a non-title match in the main event, and there's no better way to show anybody in charge of matchmaking a championship opportunity that you deserve a shot at the title than to pin him in a non-title encounter.
But trust me, I've wrestled Damon Windsor before, and you've got really 3 against 1 here. So being Double D, he needs to watch out. He needs to watch out who he has his back turned to.
Never afford to take Damon Windsor for light. Never afford to underestimate him for all the time that he was partnered up with the Image of Fear, Kevin Morgan, when they were big business together. I always said Damon Windsor was the brains of that operation. He is a thinking man's wrestler. He has a calculated game plan when he walks into any of these scenarios. But there's got to be a chink in that mental armor based upon the events of last week, because he's got to know in the back there a lot of his trump cards, if you will, he may not be able to pull them out to play with the dissolution of Impact Inc.
Yeah, we'll see in a minute how much that's going to affect him in the ring.
And there is the bell. We are underway now with our opening contest, and both of these individuals very slow to very careful.
The crowd is definitely behind Double D here.
The fans love Double D. The fans have been supportive of Double D to a very large extent since his return. time that anybody gets more support, I think, is when Jermaine Johnson steps in that ring there. So that will certainly split the crowd when it comes to May 16th. And fans, remember, if you cannot be here live on May 16th, you can certainly tune in at GFL.tv to watch Sudden Impact, to see former WWE star Al Snow here as well. And now, Double D with the first strike there. And though D has some very educated feet, as he's showing right now. He's playing a very careful game here, snick and run, keeping a decent amount of distance here. Letting those feet do the work for him. It's almost like trying to chop down a big redwood, just one strike at a time.
That's what you have to do with him. He's a big guy, you have to take him down.
Being shoved into the back. Windsor goes for a big swing. He ducks underneath it. Again, back to the kicks, back to the knees.
Like you said, he's chopping him down, he's slowing him down, and D is definitely the faster guy here, so it's going to work in his advantage.
D now, goes for a big spin there, but Windsor catches the man. Throws him face first, right down onto the middle of the mat there.
Well, that took the wind out of him right there.
Well, that is one of the things that D is not going to be able to match Windsor in. That is the power game. And now Windsor with
obvious
a blatant choke right in front of referee Nathaniel Maverick. And there's some question as to the orientation of the decision there. I won't comment any further on that, but I'm sure there are some tests that we can do to prove whether the crowd is right. Windsor, meanwhile, is now in complete control of this match. He's got Double D cornered.
You know, Double D doesn't quit that easily, so.
Huge wheel throw out of the corner there. And that was quite a bit of height on the part of Double D.
Threw him more than halfway across the ring there.
Yeah, that was huge catapult on the part of Windsor, and there you go. Still right, still fighting. Double D, never one to quit, never one to. You almost have to knock the guy out in order to achieve a pinfall.
Well, those shoulders are doing their job right there.
That massive upper body of Damon Windsor, full impact of it right into the well-developed midsection of Double D.
Oh, back to the leg.
Well, that's been D's game plan since he stepped in here. Even with the punishment that he's absorbed in the early stages of this match, he still continues to stick with that game plan. Windsor catches D. It seems that when D tries to get a little bit of that momentum off the rope, that distance, that momentary span of distance between them allows Windsor to calculate and take advantage of the situation.
He's trying to get the crowd behind him here.
Crowd definitely responding, wanting their hero to fire up here. Some repeated elbow shots in the midsection. Windsor responds with a clubbing axe handle to the back. And once again, back to the blatant choke in front of the referee. Referee really needs to get in there and get him to stop that. Up. Still on a quickness. Oh, look at that.
That might be the turning point right there.
D needs to capitalize on this here. There we go. A big chop right across the chest of Damon Windsor. Second one right there.
I heard that from here.
And I think Windsor's about to feel the overhand. There it comes. Well, he connected, but it didn't put Windsor down. Windsor catching D in the upper rib cage there.
Back to the ropes.
Wild swing by Windsor. There it is. There's the overhand chop. That connected with full force. And D rolling up, hooks that tree trunk leg. But he's only able to keep him down for two. Now D back
playing possum here.
Well, D was able to brush down off that attempted sky high. Oh! Big D! Big D off the springboard.
Still on his feet,
Oh,
though.
Windsor is staggered. Windsor is staggered here. D wants to give it the springboard, but D caught with the. Is he going to get the choke slam? No! Breaks loose with the choke slam. And Windsor positioned down.
The crowd is really behind him here. What's he going to do?
What's D got in mind here? Goes for the swinging knee.
Does he get caught?
Windsor catches him. Oh! And drives that ring rope, uses it like a weapon right across the inner thigh.
I don't think that was the inner thigh.
Well, the referee is going to call it the inner thigh because I think if it was any more obvious, there would be an immediate disqualification. So judgment call on the part of the referee. We'll go with what he says. But the important thing is all the offense that Double D was able to muster, and as you see, he was right on the verge of picking up a win, and now he's seeing flat on his back, and Windsor with a big stop.
Windsor just using his power against me here. Everything he has.
Windsor with the lateral press to pull the leg, and now cinches in that rear chin lock. It looks like such a simple move, but it forces your opponent to carry your weight, and it bends yourself in such a way that your lungs are making it difficult for you to bring in all so precious oxygen. Referee right in there very close, watching carefully, making sure that D does not pass out from this. It is possible. See Daniel Maverick checking the hand. D's moving. Be able to get that base underneath him there. Force this back up. That'll relieve some of the pressure on the hold. Negate some of the effectiveness. He strikes in the midsection. He building the momentum back and forth. Oh, but a flapjack! Flapjack in the middle of the ring as Windsor now rolls over D, hooks the leg. Referee right in position. Oh, how close! How close was that?
It was very close. Look at Mark Wilson there. He can't believe it.
Mark Wilson is irate. He was sure that was 3 right there.
It seems like every time Double D has something working for him, he gets cut off.
He knows what it's like to be a small dog in the fight. He knows he's going to have to put together an intelligent game plan. And right now, he's just got to find that one moment of weakness. As Windsor's got D position, perhaps for a snake eyes running body slam. D slithers down the back. And now, D going for those repeated knee strikes to the head. Got about almost 10 of them there. As D looks like he's going to bring around. Oh! Windsor going to go for the black hole slam. Leapfrog by D. Another leapfrog by D. Big kick in the midsection. What's D got in mind here? D over the back of Windsor. Now ducks underneath, springboard again, and down.
Is he out?
We'll find out right here.
Oh!
Yeah.
I thought that was it.
You and this entire IZW world, they were all certain that was the end. D cannot afford to let up now. He's got David Windsor on the run.
Well, D says he's going up.
He's signaling. This is the move that's brought him so many victories. Can he fell the redwood here? D, oh no, he's caught. He's caught by Windsor, who spins it around and drops D flat on his back. I think this is going to be all she wrote. But no! Again!
Like I said at the beginning, Double D does not give up.
3 occasions with 3 so incredibly close calls.
Where's Mark Wilson
But
going here?
Mark Wilson is taught. Mark Wilson tried to toss the briefcase to Windsor. Windsor on the receiving end of the briefcase. And D not content with that. D going up top. D with the high crossbody.
Wilson collapse run, cost the match right there.
It was certainly a tough road for Double D to walk along, but Double D, thanks to in part to a huge miscalculation on the part of Mark Wilson, and the crowd here expressing their synopsis of Mark Wilson's actions.
Mark Wilson and Damon Windsor having a little conversation down here ringside.
Oh, yeah, I think there's going to be definitely going to be a hot meeting in the back here between at least these three individuals. Mark Wilson doesn't know which way he's going. Is he going to the announce table? Is he going to the back? I've got no idea. He has no idea. You can see Windsor. Basically, you can see it on the monitor, but Windsor just shoved Mark Wilson away. That is definitely a group that is not on the same page.
It just keeps going downhill for them.
But right there, you see the man who in approximately 1 month will be challenging Jermaine Johnson for the IZW Championship. Double D he can rack up victories like that all along the path to sudden impact. It is very possible he may bring that title home. Fans, I'm getting word that we're about to head to the back. I believe we've got the tag team champions standing by. Let's go to the back.
So Graham, man, obviously, we've been having a lot of success here with the tag team championship. But are you excited to get back?
To repeat as Impact Player of the Year? Of course I'm excited. Why wouldn't I be? I get to take out that stud.
What's up, guys?
See, just like I told you. Tag team champions. The Bulls. Tag team champions. Former tag team champions.
The best. Extremely former.
Just like I told you. Not so former, okay? Not that former.
Pretty former.
Put the pressure on former.
Not former enough to come here and ask in person. No. Not gonna ask. We don't ask. We demand that you do what's right. Not only for business, not only for yourself, not only for the tag team championships, but for IZW as a whole, all our fans. Do what's right. Tonight, Casey Wolves, put those belts on the line against Team Bull. I know you're not afraid. I know you're not scared. I know you're not going to deny it and run away.
They want a title match. Look, these guys who
These guys want a title match.
lost both their matches at Coronation. Now you want a title match.
Losses.
Well, it's an exact term. It's an exact term.
Pretty excited. Literally, maybe.
The easy answer is no. Nah, see, I've got my own thing I'm doing tonight. Impact Player of the Year tournament.
And
Not happening.
No, I don't think you're following me, man. No. If you're going to take...
No, you heard him, all right? You heard him. The answer is no, because even if my man Graham Bell wasn't busy starting his repeat campaign to be the Impact Player of the Year again, you guys couldn't beat us on your best night, because there's just something off about you. There's something a little bit different. I can't put my finger on it. You guys, you look a little lost. You look a little forsaken.
That's
what you look, forsaken.
Ooh, no
They're
one's
forsaken, dudes.
We're not forsaken, okay? We're not forsaken. Matter of fact,
He said
Hey,
forsaken. No,
that's not relevant. Tonight, come on. What are you, chicken? I thought you're wolves. You're acting like chickens, huh? Come on. Titles, we deserve them.
No, we are wolves. We're on the hunt. I'm on the hunt to repeat as Impact Player of the Year. And in fact, my match is coming up pretty soon, so I'm just gonna go get ready for that. Maybe
Ow!
Really?
That didn't go with...
I know it didn't go how it's supposed to go.
You told me they were just...
I know what I told you.
You said...
Come on.
Well, some very valid points brought up by the tag team champions. I mean, Aaron Neal, Bobby Starr, neither one of them successful at Coronation. they are former 3-time IZW Tag Team Champions, but it appears that the KC Wolves have other things in mind because, as we mentioned earlier, Graham Bell tonight revitalizing, rekindling a part of the feud, of the tag team feud of the year here with IZW, as he'll face the one solid stud, Randy Price, in the Impact Player of the Year tournament.
Yeah, I think the Brass Bull and the Bronze Bull are just trying to get something. They're on a losing streak, and they just keep falling further and further, and they're just trying to get something back. They're trying to make something happen.
And you know, obviously the word spread. I mean, everybody was watching last week, but even the KC Wolves bring up the fact that Team Bull, they look a little lost. Things didn't go well. I mean, let's be honest. If Johnny Z had been there, then I have a feeling that Johnny Z would have found some way to make sure that tag team title situation happened. But without the natural born leader in place, it doesn't appear that that Team Bull is going to get what they want.
It doesn't look like Team Bull's got a shot, or doesn't look like they have Impact Inc. behind them anymore.
Not at all. Fans, we love to hear what you have to think or what you have to say about what it is that's going on with all the IZW World events, especially when it comes to things. Well, speaking of what people want to think, we'll get to that in a moment. But here comes someone with a lot on his mind. On his way to the ring right now, the man in charge himself. A man who was not able to fulfill his dream of becoming a 3-time IZW champion at Coronation. And this will be really his first appearance in the Impact Arena.
Ladies and gentlemen, the owner, the founder, the natural born leader, the savior of wrestling, Johnny Z!
The look on Johnny Z's face says it all right there.
Well, my brother's got something up his sleeve. I don't know what it is, but he's got something.
Well, Johnny Z slowly making his way to the ring, and in what we have come to not expect, he's doing it alone. Johnny Z stares at the entrance video that shows so many of the highlights of his great career. And he sees up there some images of him with that IZW championship around his waist. But that is not how he comes into the ring now. Let's hear what the natural born leader has to say.
I should be the champion. That's correct. There's a lot of things that should be different in IZW right now. You know, I think everyone is out here to hear me, young punk, not you. You shut your mouth. Shut your mouth. No, I don't have to shut my mouth. This is my company. That's what all of you don't seem to get. Shut up. Sit down and shut up. We can do this all night. I pay the bill. I don't want to do this all night. I don't want to deal with any of you. You know, last week, I cut loose a lot of dead weight. You know, all of them in Impact Inc., they were leeches. Damon Windsor leeched off of me. Aaron Neal leeched off of me. Bobby Starr leeched off of me. Mark Wilson leeched off of me. That's all they are. You see, I exude greatness. And people like all of them, like all of you, bleed me dry of that greatness. All of Impact Inc., they were full of parasites. They were all parasites. I'm a parasite. Have you seen yourself lately, honey?
is always making friends out here.
I'm amazed.
They were all parasites. But it doesn't end there. You see, Double D, the man you all cheered for earlier tonight, he is a parasite. Double D, you were nothing before me. And your IZW champion, the captain, the leader of the hype section, Jermaine Johnson. He is simply a byproduct of my greatness. But it doesn't end there. They're not the only parasites. Each and every one of you are the biggest parasites of them all. Yeah, you are. You sit there and you don't really see it. You don't think you are. But for 11 years, I have slaved to you. I have slaved to everyone in this area to bring you the best show possible. You shut up. I'm not your slave anymore. I'm not your slave. I'm not your slave. I'm not your slave. I'm not your slave. I am done slaving to all of you ingrates. I have slaved to give you the best that anyone can. I have slaved to give you the best that anyone will. I am the savior of professional wrestling. And if you all want to be parasites, if you all want to leech, then you no longer get me. I wash my hands of you. You can say goodbye to your savior.
I guess someone is on his way to address these. I mean, we just seen Johnny Z run down the entire IZW roster, all the IZW world. Who's left? Except
number
the
one.
people. You know, he doesn't take well when you insult these people.
Anytime, thank you. John, maybe you didn't just hear me. I need the use of that area so I can walk my happy ass out of here and be done with all of you parasites.
John, you know what?
None of these people deserve me.
Yeah.
You don't deserve me. They don't deserve me. I am tired of all of you leeching off of me, being parasites, bleeding me dry. You don't deserve me, and I am out of here.
You're out of here. You're going to stay right there for a minute. Because you know what? Here you are again. You're the natural born leader. You're a grown-ass man, but yet you walk around like a spoiled, self-righteous little boy.
No, I walk around asking for what I rightly deserve, and that is respect from each and every one of these idiots sitting in the crowd. Respect from each and every one of you idiots in the back.
Mama, I want some self-respect from somebody. Mama, I want some self-respect from somebody. That's you. Right then and there, that was you. You know what? You know what, John? You know what? You don't deserve these people. These people are everything. You think that you're the one that they don't deserve? Hell no. You don't deserve any of these people in this arena. Any one of these people who watch us at home. Any one of these people who pay their hard-earned money to see us. John, you don't deserve any of them. But I'll tell you,
have you taught me? Have you gone in and explained to me how this?
No, John. You're going to sit there and listen to the scolding that you should have got when you were 5 years old. Listen, you know what? Talking about deserving right now, John, I do know somebody who actually does deserve you. Yeah, let me explain this to you. For 1 year, hell, for over a year, this man has been crawling, scratching, fighting his way to you, only to be screwed over by you and everyone else that you just kicking to the curb right now. All those. There's one man, hell. Almost a year ago, you cost him the IZW championship. Yeah, start rocking your brain. Start seeing. You're starting to hear something though. You're starting to hear those bells. You hear the bells, John? Do you hear the bells? Yeah, you do hear the bells? You know what? The bell is tolling for you, great Savior. Because May 16th, sudden impact. You're going to get a taste of your own medicine, John. You're going to sit there and you're going to get what you deserve. You're going to get a chance to face your fear.
Oh, wow. Lights out in the Impact Arena. And I think we all know who's on his way now. Yeah, to the ring. As the number one Sean McHale said, it was about a year ago that Johnny Z made his return back to the Impact Arena and cost Kevin Morgan his opportunity to once again become IZW champion. And that night, he fired Kevin Morgan from IZW. And ever since Morgan was reinstated, he has desperately wanted to get his hands on Johnny Z. And that moment now seems to be on its way. That moment happening May 16th.
I don't think my brother had that in mind when he came down to the ring today.
I think your brother might right now want to be wearing darker pants. Johnny Z, Kevin Morgan, staring eye to eye with each other, with the understanding as Kevin Morgan signals thumbs down, as that's the way it very well may go for the natural born leader. Oh man. A moment of satisfaction coming for Kevin Morgan. You can see Johnny Z did not expect that.
He's going to have to get a new game plan now.
Yeah, and he's got to go into that confrontation alone. He can't count on the backup of Impact Inc. He cast them all aside. Fans, we're going to take a break here. We'll be back after these messages. Stay with us.
Every Saturday night, family-friendly environment. Every Saturday night, breathtaking moments. Every Saturday night, up close, in-your-face action. Every Saturday night, tickets available at the door. Only $8 for adults and $6 for ages 10 and under. Like us at Facebook.com and stay up to date on stories and events. But the best way to experience IZW is live. Every Saturday night at the Impact Arena, 29 Southwest F Avenue in Lawton.
Don't just come to Impact Inc. to customize your skin. Now you can customize your t-shirt with competitive prices and high-quality graphic designs. We're your one-stop shop for wearing your ink. Whether it's for your school, office, athletic team, or just your personal attire, we can take anything you imagine and turn it into a shirt that makes an impact. And if you have an idea but need help with your design, we can do that too. Call 699-7530 or stop by 1008 Southwest 11th Street. Just ask to talk to Candace. From skin sleeves to shirt sleeves. Wear your art, love your ink. Impact Inc.
Are you tired of the same old birthday party? Well, now's your chance to party with your favorite IZW superstar. See yourself on the big screen while you experience your own personalized entrance. Customized cake and bounce house available. Hop into the ring and go crazy. And then take the memories home on DVD and Blu-ray. Call 580-699-7IZW and party like an IZW superstar. What does everybody want? What does everybody need? What does everybody love?
Graham Bell. Seems like we've been down this road over and over again. Only this time it's a little different. This time, it's not for tag team championships. This time, I don't have to worry about somebody else failing. This time we're talking about the 2015 Impact Player of the Year. First round match. And without Gary, without that big ball of fat in the equation, without the failure in the equation, the story is completely different. This first round match is gonna go just like it did last week. It's gonna go just like I beat the Impact Division champion last week. Tonight, Graham Bell, I advance in the Impact Player of the Year tournament so I can move on to heights greater than the tag team titles, heights greater than you've ever achieved, Jordan's ever achieved, anybody below me has ever achieved. I'm gonna win the whole tournament, move on and become IZW champion. I don't have to worry about two people this time, Graham. All I have to worry about is one solid stud. And by the end of it, once everything's said and done and I prove my point to you in the entire IZW world, there's nothing you can do but hold your little tag team title, shut up, and watch me flex.
Well, some very solid words from one solid stud, Randy Price, as he is now on his way to the ring for his qualifying match, his quarterfinal match here in the Impact Player of the Year tournament. Of course, Randy Price responsible, single-handedly responsible for the
Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest is the first round match in the Impact Player of the Year tournament. Coming to the ring first, he is one solid stud, Randy Price.
As I was saying, Randy Price responsible basically for the end of Gary Toole's career here in IZW. 3 pile drivers after that vicious I Quit match with Casey Wolves were able to retain the tag team championships at Coronation. You know, Gary Toole, I didn't agree with a lot of the things that he did during his association with Randy Price, but I don't think any man deserves to have his life and his career handled in such a way.
I don't think anyone deserves to have that done to him. And I've known Randy a long time. I can't believe he would do that. I've seen a different side to him now.
Yeah, I think we all saw a very different side to Randy Price. I've never seen anybody, I mean, he knows what that was like. He experienced that type of danger himself at the hands of Bad Brad Michaels. So, obviously, he learned a lot more in his association with Bad Brad Michaels than any of us expected. And here comes the man who last year was able to be the winner.
And his opponent is one half of your IZW Tag Team Champions, Graham Bell!
Graham Bell, for the first time, put that IZW Tag Team Championship around his waist as a direct result of being the Impact Player of the Year in 2014. The very next week, cashed in, the very next show, I should say, cashed in that title opportunity and defeated the Sexy Camachos to win the Tag Team Championship. And then that shortly thereafter, who was it that stepped out and demanded an immediate match? Team Bull taking the Tag Team Championships away. Well, obviously, that won't be happening tonight because JC Wolves has said we've got other issues in mind. We've got to focus on Graham repeating as the Impact Player of the Year. And Team Bull was not happy about that decision.
No, but I wonder how these two tag teams match will come to play in this match. How much is that going to happen? Because that was very brutal.
The history between the old school studs and the KC Wolves, very, very well known, very documented. A series of matches, the longest match in IZW history, over 2 hours long, between those two, that Lawton street fight that went everywhere, into a Burger King, on the back parking lot, all over the place. Oh, I think we're going to be joined here by, it looks like we're about to be joined by the number one. Number one. To get you a microphone here, actually, let's trade spots, number one, here, so you can get that microphone over there, because I'm not sure it'll stretch into the far corner. All right. Wesley Bradfield, we got the number one's microphone turned on there? Because I hope so. As we are about to get underway here, Impact Player of the Year, and man, number one, your interaction with Johnny Z, I gotta say, you had to.
All right, definitely told him something he didn't expect to happen. That's right.
All right, now action. Action in the ring as Randy Price off to a good strong start here, backing Graham Bell into the corner. Oh, and Randy Price with a little bit of psychological intimidation there. And a deep arm drag. And of course, fans, this is just one of two Impact Player of the Year tournament matches we have, as later on tonight we will see Jake O'Brien taking on the returning Spike. And you know, number one, Jeff brought up an interesting point earlier on. Both of these men so conditioned over the past several months to being in tag team competition. And there is a rhythm that you get into knowing you have a partner in the corner. But right now, both of them on their own in that ring, as this is a singles tournament, man to man, all the way to the end. Let's face back, 10 minutes for a couple of guys who once went 2 hours all over the city.
And they're starting out fast here.
They are. They know what's at stake.
I've worked both as a tag team and singles. It is nice to have a partner there, so when you get tired, you can tag in and take a little rest. You don't have that in a singles match.
Graham Bell vaulting over that top rope, hoping to come down on Randy Price. Price slipping back in the ring and a high knee lift. Brings Bell right back in, and this could be it right here. Nice deep cover on that leg hook. But
Randy is always watching the ring. He knows everything's going on. He knows what he wants to do, and he does it.
And look at the vicious snare of Randy Price as he just rubs that forearm right across the nose and the bridge of the face of Graham Bell.
Different person, totally different person.
And I got to think that, if Randy Price were able to go all the way to the finals, if he were able to cash in, what do you think he would challenge for? Last week, he beat Jordan Jacobs' non-title match, but he pinned the Impact Division champion right here in the middle of the ring. Do you think that's what Randy Price wants to do? Does he want to become a 3-time Impact Division champion?
I think that's right. He's got the ego for for it. He wants it. He wants to be that. He wants to be that number one. I don't mean to take away.
Well, we very well may see that tonight here. If he can get past Graham Bell. But right there, he ran smack into that corner post. And Bell now desperately needing to take over, needs to fire up here, put together a flurry of offense as he executes an Irish whip as well. Price impacting hard and then walking straight into a reverse atomic drop. And a swinging net breaker. Enziguri there.
I know, but as Burnham said, Graham has been here before, so he knows what the process is. He's been through all this. He's won it. Oh, I don't know. You didn't see that one coming.
Well, it didn't quite take all the wind out, but it certainly took a lot. As Bell able at the last moment to kick out of that pinning combination.
We have two guys in the ring who will not give up. We know that for sure.
Both of them understand exactly what is on the line. Obviously, Graham Bell has been to the top of that mountain before. Randy Price wants to see this as an opportunity to take that last step, as you guys are foreseeing, and I tend to believe that you may be correct. Oh, right to the face. Feet right to the face of Randy Price. Look at Bell deflect that big boot, spin around, and now, wow, Bell ramming that elbow into the back of the head of Randy Price. And Bell measuring.
Oh, that was like an uppercut there.
Again, Bell with the hook of the leg, and look who's coming down the ramp. Team Bull making their way out here to the ringside. Now, Aaron Neal up in the corner there, and Graham Bell pulled down by Bobby Starr. Price rolls up.
Come on, Red.
Bell, come on, are you gonna? And Price with the tights.
Oh,
come on.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winner, Randy Price.
Randy Price, I mean, the man has all the tools, all the talent in the world, but he certainly... Randy Price on his way back up as a winner here, but the way he achieved it, absolutely underhanded.
I knew the Bronze Bull, the Brass Bull had something up their sleeve, but that's just like them right there, just like them.
Absolutely reprehensible right there. The end result there is, as Commissioner McHale now on his way to the back, I'm sure to get a hold of Team Bull, perhaps to question them as to what's going on here. But I guess one of our questions is now answered. We know that Randy Price will advance by hook or crook, and certainly the latter, into the semifinals of the Impact Player of the Year tournament. And that just leaves us with one slot open later on tonight as Jake O'Brien faces the returning Spike. But man, just a completely disappointing situation for the KC Wolves.
Exactly. And even though Randy fights dirty, I don't know if he wanted to go over like that.
And fans, I think I'm getting something from the back here. Am I right? Is there something going on in the back here with the? We got a camera going back there. I'm getting the understanding that something's happening back in the back. No, maybe not quite yet. Or
I don't
no,
know. Bell ran after him.
What's the deal? Look, now that you ain't got the Impact Player of the Year tournament to worry about, I think you can give us those title shots now.
What makes you think you deserve a title shot?
You deserve a title shot. Because you can't beat us and you know it. What are you, 2-time champs? We do that in our sleep. You can't beat Team Bull when it counts, and you know it.
You think we can't beat you? You think we can't beat you? It doesn't matter which gods you follow. It doesn't matter who your savior is. We're better than you on your best day. And that's a fact.
And we'll prove it tonight. You want your title match? You got your freaking title match.
I got it.
We'll beat your asses just
We
like
got
we
the
beat the
title
old
match.
school studs every
That's
day
all
of the
we
week.
wanted. That's all we wanted. We got our title match. We'll see you.
You're not gonna want it so bad once it's over with, Aaron.
He said it would.
Come on, hey, let's go. Come on. New challenge. Come on, let's go.
How simple is this, Mark? It's not hard. Take the briefcase, throw it to me, and I crack him in the skull with it. Take the briefcase? What? Why am I holding your jacket? You're holding my jacket because you can't do anything else right. You idiot, don't shove me. Don't back it off. Why are we back here, Mark? Why are we
This
even
is
here?
my office.
We're standing here in the
my
office.
I'm the co-commissioner here. Look, John's at it off right now. One pin. It doesn't even work. Like most of this.
Yeah.
Is that right? This is whose office again? Huh. You look like you're doing real well. I mean, to me, you look a little lost. I mean, but maybe you like it that way. Maybe I should just, I don't know. Maybe I should give you guys an opportunity. Maybe I mean, if you didn't notice earlier tonight, I now have a problem of my own. I now have the image of fear, Kevin Morgan, to deal with. The exact problem that was supposed to be facilitated long ago. The whole reason you two are here fighting with each other instead of fighting alongside your savior. Kevin Morgan. And now it seems that Kevin Morgan has brought all of us back together. Because if you don't want to be lost, if you don't want to be forsaken by your Savior, if you want to fight along my side, then you'll either facilitate Kevin out of the picture, or you'll facilitate Kevin into a better position for your Savior. A little more advantageous for your Savior. I'll leave you with that. See if you can fight about that.
We need to talk.
Yeah, we do. We do.
Well, Impact Inc. falls apart, and now it looks like maybe certain remnants of it are being forced back together thanks to the revelation that Kevin Morgan will be facing Johnny Z at sudden impact.
I don't know if they're forced back together. I think my brother realizes he's facing an opponent that he doesn't want to face, so he's crawling back and trying to get Impact. He needs some help, just like my brother. He always needs some help. Needs something up his sleeve.
Well, Johnny Z is certainly no stranger to the idea of manipulating people into doing things for him, and it looks like maybe there may be some complications for Kevin Morgan before we get to sudden impact, but on May 16th, at least right now, that confrontation facing Johnny Z 1 month from now, as Kevin Morgan and Johnny Z will have that moment in the ring. And on his way now to the ring, the man at the top of the mountain, the man who will face Double D at sudden impact, the leader of the height section, Jermaine Johnson. And there he is.
Ladies and gentlemen, the leader of the height section and your IZW champion, Jermaine Johnson!
Well, it was not such a wonderful week last week for Jermaine Johnson, as after a very hotly contested match, he did come out on the losing end against Double D. And he knows that 1 month face Double D one-on-one, but we both know Jermaine Johnson is an incredibly competitive individual, and he has faced every challenge that he's put in front of him since putting that championship back around his waist.
You know what? You said it earlier. I mean, the crowd, they sound the same that they did when Double D came out. It's going to be interesting to see how the crowd splits.
Jermaine Johnson with his hype section all around here. Apparently he has got some things to address to the IZW world.
So we've had a good show so far, right? Trust me, earlier tonight I was paying attention. I watched the refrigerator face Double D, and I watched Double D look quite impressive. You know, that's my opponent. That's my opponent May 16th at Sudden Impact. I faced Double D at Sudden Impact because last week Double D beat me. But that's all right. Because when you fall, you don't stay down. You dust yourself off and you get up. So if I've got to refocus, if I've got to take a look in the mirror, and if I've got to check my own ego, I'm willing to do that because I'm the leader of the hype section.
Maybe that pep talk by my brother had a little effect here.
This is becoming a reoccurring thing with you, Mark. You just coming out here and interrupting the champ. And do I have any type of business with you?
You know, you remind me of one of those New York musicals, you know? You come out here and you yammer on, you yammer, yeah. Nobody wants to sit and watch a musical. You're like Rodgers and Yammerstein. But what you don't understand, Jermaine Johnson,
Hold on. You don't hear that? You don't hear that?
I don't want to hear it.
Hey. You've got the entire hype section calling you a big dumb donkey.
I'm not a big dumb donkey. I'm a stallion.
I'm gonna do it in my best Sean McHale impersonation. You big dumb donkey. You big dumb donkey.
I ain't doing anything you tell me to do. You shut up and quit calling me dumb donkey. I got things to say, so shut your mouth. There are bigger things for you to worry about, Jermaine Johnson. Bigger things in this world for you to worry about than your match with Double D at Sudden Impact. The Savior, Johnny Z, the natural born leader, is in distress. He is in distress. But Jermaine Johnson, you are the key to solving this problem and getting our Savior out of his distress. Oh yes, you're the key. Because you're going to have a match tonight. And the IZW world's going to love who he's facing. Because you all cheered the man earlier. You're going to be facing the image of fear, Kevin Morgan. But the best part is, you will be defending the IZW Championship against Kevin Morgan tonight.
Well.
And what's even better, when Kevin Morgan goes through you like a buzzsaw through a thicket, when he destroys you tonight, and when Kevin Morgan wins the IZW Championship, then the natural born leader Johnny Z will be facing Kevin Morgan at Sudden Impact May 16th for the IZW Championship. So enjoy the few moments you have left, champ. It's almost over.
Potential potential game changer right there.
It looks like my brother Johnny C got through to Mark Wilson.
Mark Wilson, certainly one of the most devoted followers of Johnny Z, and now the stakes are so high. I mean, obviously in a title situation that would be true, but now with the potential for Jermaine Johnson to be out of the title picture come sudden impact.
If it works out how they have planned, it definitely works out in my brother's favor, works out in Johnny Z's favor right there.
It certainly looks like he may have manipulated the system once again. Fans, we're going to step away and pay some bills. We'll be back after these messages.
What does everybody need? What does everybody want? Do you need money? Cash? Moolah? Greenbacks? Then get down to Maverick Pond, where we can make you a loan on gold you don't want to lose. Or we can even buy your unwanted gold and silver too. Either way, we'll give you top dollar for your gold and silver. If you don't have any of that, we also make loans on flat panel TVs, go iPads and tablets, go Windows 8 desktop and laptop computers, go Xbox Ones and PS4s, go lithium-ion power tools, go beats on your devices, and much more. Go keep your precious valuables safe when you get back on track, digital out of home, or just get your party on. So where can you run when you're under the gun? It's Maverick Pond, 357-4911.
Impact Inc. We've got the best custom art and the most flash too. And on Half Off Hump Day, any tattoo from any of our flash is 50% off. Plus, come in on your birthday and get 25% off any tattoo. Call 699-7530 or stop by 1008 Southwest 11th Street any day from 11 a.m. to 9 p.m. Like us at facebook.com/Impact Inc. Tattoo Studio. High quality art from high quality artists. Impact Inc. Tattoo Studio.
Breaking news. Attention, Lawton, Oklahoma, and the surrounding area. There is live pro wrestling near you. I'm talking about Impact Zone Wrestling. It's hard hitting, it's hard flying. It's the place to get your blood pumping, and it's every Saturday night. Filled with family-friendly environment. Every Saturday night, breathtaking moments. Every Saturday night, up close, in-your-face action. Every Saturday night. Tickets available at the door. Only $8 for adults and $6 for ages 10 and under. Like us at facebook.com and stay up to date on stories and events. But the best way to experience IZW is live. Every Saturday night. The Impact Arena, 10 Southwest F Avenue in Lawton.
Well, fans, it is women's competition.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest is scheduled for one fall with a 15-minute time limit. Coming to the ring first, Misty Lynn.
Misty Lynn makes her return here to the Impact Arena. One of the top challengers for the IZW Queen's Crown, currently held by Mad America. And that will be her opponent tonight. Misty Lynn, always someone who's the most senior veteran member of the women's division here in IZW and truly across the entire state of Oklahoma.
Definitely got a lot of experience. Her opponent, very physical person, so I don't think it's going to work out for her.
Well, there's a reason that she's been Queen's Champion for 4 different times. And Misty Lynn certainly looking to put that tiara around her head for the first championship, or first opportunity. I believe this is not going to be a title match, but as we saw last week, you pin the champion in a non-title situation, it catapults you right to the top when it comes time for who gets the next championship opportunity. And I believe now on her way to the ring, the woman herself, the Lady of Impact. And the IZW World stands and says, "Thank you, Erica," as their queen is about to arrive.
And her
IZW World. And for those of you who are perhaps tuning in for the very first time, Erica, an incredibly accomplished athlete, not just in professional wrestling, but also in mixed martial arts. Tough competitor against female competitors, against male competitors. She will take on anybody placed in front of her. And tonight the competition in the form of Misty Lynn. You can see that very beautiful queen's tiara adorning Erica's head. That's what it's all about for the females, the women in IZW, and in the entire surrounding area. And the IZW World showing their appreciation. And I believe that is a new ring gear there for Erica as well.
She's definitely the better dressed of the two, I would say.
Well, certainly a fashion plate in her own sense here. But it's not about how good you look, it's about how good you perform in that ring. And Misty Lynn apparently a little disturbed by the vocal support from the IZW World. She's requesting some silence. I don't think she's going to get that. All right, collar and elbow tie-up. Right here there's the fire, there's that amateur background. She was the captain of her high school wrestling team out in California. In fact, attended college on a wrestling scholarship in Oklahoma City.
Nice bringing her up.
And taken right back down. That all-important leverage from that simple arm bar. You control one of those 5 points of the body, you can make that body go just about anywhere you want it to.
It's a simple move, but it does a lot of damage.
You know, we've seen in the past female competitors just so recently as Angel Blue making her return to IZW. It was Paige Turner that Erica defeated in order to put that crown back on her head after it had been inactive for such a long time. And I know that there are several other stars that have been pounding on the door of IZW to get in here in order to see if they can bring some competition in for Erica. And she craves that competition. She is not one to back down at any moment. And Misty Lynn, desperation, lunging for the ropes to break that hold. Can't figure out any other way to get Erica off.
Now she's trying to get a little breather on the outside.
Yeah. Misty Lynn looking to break any momentum there. Taking that opportunity. You know, they say there's no timeouts in professional wrestling, but this is about as close as you can get.
Exactly.
Misty Lynn trying to get some feeling back in that shoulder, back in that arm. And the IZW World just all getting under its skin. She's...
This crowd's bothering her a little bit.
I think that might be an understatement. And well, carefully choosing her opportunity. All right, back in. And complaining to the referee about her arm. Well, that's what you signed up for. It's not ballet, it's professional wrestling.
Oh,
look, yeah, she's got a handful of hair right there. The camera not so good on the camera position, but we can see it from our vantage point for sure. And now, Misty with the brutality, those kicks, and now just the flat of that boot right into the throat of Erica.
She realized she can't beat her in the ring, so she's using every trick in the book.
And that's where that veteran status comes in. I've known Misty Lynn since her very first match, as she was, she's been around for almost 15 years. And now Misty Lynn focusing, forcing Erica back, but now Erica out with a big clothesline. And the shoulders right up. But Erica quickly cinching in control there. Driving that knee right into the spine.
There's another move that'll wear down your opponent very quickly.
And Misty just pulling Erica over. It almost was if Erica had been in control of that situation, it would have been something like a snap mare, but Misty Lynn just catapulting Erica over using her weight. And now just the full force of Misty Lynn's body right in the midsection of Erica. And what is she trying to do here? Oh, standing on the hair. Standing on the hair and picking her up.
Referee's going to get control of this in a little bit. It's going to get ugly.
Oh, referee, I mean, I'm sure that he's a little intimidated being in here. It's a little different being in there with the women. But you got to maintain that control, as competitors like Misty Lynn will certainly take advantage of it. And Misty Lynn up going for a clothesline there. Oh! Straight right punch to the red basket of Misty Lynn. And Erica taking Misty down face first. Only good enough for two, though. Fans still to come. We have the Tag Team Championship on the line as the KC Wolves will be defending against Team Bull. And we also have that other match in the IZW Impact Player of the Year tournament.
Oh, come on.
Misty Lynn with a handful of hair, yanking Erica right down. Now, Misty Lynn just treating Erica like a rag doll, just throwing her around the ring. And now a display of the power that Misty Lynn possesses. And going for a pin, but a very arrogant pin there. Not even quite a one, I don't think. You're going to have to do a lot more to that than that to Misty Lynn in order to keep, or excuse me, to Erica to keep her down.
Crowd's behind Erica here. Set up for suplex.
Good demonstration of strength there by Misty Lynn as she rolls over. A much better executed pin, but probably needed to hook a leg in order to keep her down.
Erica's fighting back.
Erica trying to get some blows in there. Erica with a running clothesline, putting her opponent down. And Erica seems to have shaken the cobwebs off.
Oh,
now in with a roaring elbow. And Erica waiting her moment. Oh! Famousered in there by Erica. And somehow that shoulder of Misty Lynn just barely able to get up. And now Erica once again back to that amateur background. Well, I think she bit her. I think Misty Lynn bit Erica in order to break that hold.
Is that Mike Tyson in the ring?
And now Misty picking Erica up. What's she got in mind here? Fall away slam right down in the midsection. And again, Erica.
Another kind of half pin, though. If she would have hooked that leg and pulled, I think she would have had it.
Well, I think she thought maybe that the full force of her body weight coming down on Erica was enough to put her away. And Erica now trying to pull Misty Lynn over with a backslide. Can't pull it off, but is able to put her down that way. Zigzag. And
there we go. That's how you pin someone right there.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winner, Erica!
And the crown rests easily on top of the head once again. But you can see that it took quite a bit out of Erica. It was not a night off.
But she's thanking the fans that supported the entire match.
You know, it was, what, about a month, a year or 18 months ago that these fans were all over Erica every time she came out through that curtain. She was the most despised individual in IZW. But tonight, the fans certainly there to thank her for her support. We'll be back, fans. Let's go pay some bills. And then we'll be back with more action. The tag team titles on the line.
We can make you all the you don't want to lose. Or we can even buy your unmarked gold and silver too. Either way, we'll give you top dollar for your gold and silver. If you don't have any of that, we also make loans on flat panel TVs, gold iPads and tablets, gold Windows 8 desktop and laptop computers, gold Xbox Ones and PS4s, gold lithium-ion power tools, gold beats audio devices, and much more. We'll keep your precious valuables safe where you get back on track, dig yourself out of a hole, or just get your party on. So where can you run when you're under the gun? It's Maverick Pond, 357-4911. Don't just come to Impact Ink to customize your skin. Now you can customize your t-shirt with competitive prices and high-quality graphic designs. We're your one-stop shop for wearing your ink. Whether it's for your school, office, athletic team, or just your personal attire, we can take anything you imagine and turn it into a shirt that makes an impact. And if you have an idea but need help with your design, we can do that too. Call 699-7530 or stop by 1008 Southwest 11th Street and just ask to talk to Candace. From skin sleeves to shirt sleeves, wear your art, love your ink. Impact Ink. All statements in this commercial are subjected to you. Whether or not you're cool depends on you. Don't be stupid. We can't make you cool, dipshit. But we can make you look cool at Impact Ink Tattoo Studio. Get here, now.
Are you tired of the same old birthday party? Well, now's your chance to party with your favorite IZW superstar. See yourself on the big screen while you experience your own personalized entrance. Customized cake and bounce house available. Hop into the ring and go crazy. And then take the memories home on DVD and Blu-ray. Call 580-699-7IZW and party like an IZW superstar.
Sudden Impact, 2014. I walked in IZW champion, and I defended the IZW championship. Fast forward about a month, after weeks of getting my ass kicked with a chair over and over, I wasn't pinned for the IZW championship. I had that IZW championship taken from me. But I can see it on the horizon. I earned myself an IZW championship match May 16th at Sudden Impact versus the champion by pinning the champion Jermaine Johnson last week. I tried to tell you one-on-one, you can't beat me. This is meant to be. Sudden Impact is going to be my night. The night when I get back what's mine, what I've been missing for the last year of my life, what I've been striving to get back to, and that is the IZW Championship. Jermaine Johnson, May 16th, Sudden Impact. I'm coming and I'm taking it back, and it's coming home with me. Why? Because I'm the champion. That's why.
Some very determined words there from the two-time IZW champion, Double D, who will get the opportunity to be, once again, the champion on May 16th. And speaking of regaining titles, that's what this team wants to do right here, because here come the three-time IZW Tag Team Champions, Team Bull. And, well, their presence certainly made a difference earlier tonight in the Impact Player of the Year tournament when it came to Randy Price and Graham Bell.
Yeah, they got exactly what they wanted, and that's a tag match. They played the KC rules. I don't think they thought this through.
Team Bull, always a force to contend with, but you know, much like when it came to Damon Windsor earlier tonight, you got to wonder, in the back of their minds, are they worried? Are they concerned? Because they know that they do not automatically have the backup of Johnny Z and the collective force of Impact Inc. behind them. And now with a tag team title opportunity on the line, they're going to have to bring those belts home on their own. They can't rely on the shenanigans they've been up to before.
That is true. They don't have Impact Inc. behind them, but they are a tag team who's won the title before, 3 times before.
3 separate times. And they are the team, as I mentioned earlier, who ended the very first reign very, very quickly. Within a matter of just 15 minutes or so, they ended the first reign of the KC Wolves as the tag team champions. Is history going to repeat itself tonight? And now on their way, the current reigning and defending IZW Tag Team Champions. Graham Bell and Luke Langley take the ring. And they are wasting no time. They want to get their hands.
Yeah, but Graham Bell's already wrestled tonight. We got to think about that. How tired is he? Can he go for another match?
Well, we'll be finding that out very soon here. Let's go ahead and go on up to Annalyn Storm so we can get this tag team championship match underway. It appears that we're going to wait until Team Bull perhaps steps into the ring. Aaron Neal demanding that the Wolves be kept back while they make their entrance, but you know the Wolves certainly want to get their hands on the challengers.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest is scheduled for one fall with a 30-minute time limit, and it's for the IZW Tag Team Championship. Introducing first, your challengers. They are the team of the Brass Bull, Bobby Starr, and the Bronze Bull, Aaron Neal, Team Bull!
Not a very favorable reception for the challengers.
I don't think they care.
And their opponents, they are your reigning and defending IZW Tag Team Champions, Graham Bell, Luke Langley, the KC Wolves!
The Pack is on the hunt tonight. And the Pack wants to get its hands on some Bull. Maybe make a little bit of stake out of Team Bull here. It was December 20th of 2014 when the KC Wolves defeated the Old School Studs in a ladder match at Chaotic Christmas to put those championships back around their waist. And they have been champions. They have been fighting champions for the past 4 months. But in that time period, most of their attention, as we mentioned earlier, has been focused on the Old School Studs themselves. And, you know, the Old School Studs, with no disrespect meant, the Old School Studs and Team Bull are very different teams. They come with very different mentalities, a very different game plan.
Well, trust me, I've been wrestling against Aaron Neal, the Bronze Bull, for almost the past 6 months now, and on his own, he's dangerous. And with Bobby Starr with him, he's more dangerous.
Now the Pack beginning to fire up here for the challenge of Team Bull. As we simply await which member of Team Bull it's going to be, I guess, to start off this match.
You think Graham Bell's going to start this off? He's already wrestled once.
Oh, I think Graham Bell, Graham Bell, as talented as he is, if Graham Bell has any fault, it's that he is a bit of a hothead. And I think in this situation, he is rightfully vindictive. He feels that he was eliminated from the tournament unfairly. and he wants retaliation. He wants revenge. And the Bulls, truthfully, they played right into Team Bull's hands. And right now, the Wolves are at the behest of the psychological tactics here of Team Bull. As you can see the stalling tactics, you see everything that Aaron Neal, as you mentioned, Aaron Neal is leading this fray here.
He's good at this. Aaron Neal's good at messing with your mind. He's messed with my mind in the past.
Yeah, that's exactly what he did with you and the issues that led up to your dog collar chain match at Coronation. I mean, if you're going to mess with somebody's mom and you're going to drag a mother into a situation like this, then there's no depths that Aaron Neal won't sink to. And now they've grabbed the tag team belts.
This is all part of their tactic right here.
Well, they're holding the belts up right now, but they are not the champions. And now the champions have the belts in their hands.
You want these? You gotta come through us.
Right there, the challenge issued. As Luke Langley says, you want it, you've got to go through us. Now this is interesting. They actually want the man who didn't wrestle earlier.
I don't know what the thought about that. What behind that is? That's
I'm interested in what the mentality is behind that as well. But Langley's going to start off against the veteran and larger member of the team in the form of the Bronze Bull, Aaron Neal. There is the bell, and officially this match is now underway. Aaron Neal with the armbar and twist, wrist lock, and applying the strike right to the elbow. Neal backing into his corner, tags in Bobby Starr. Fans, again, if you're a new viewer of IZW, don't let the appearance fool you. Bobby Starr is a dangerous competitor. He outlasted 6 other men in one of the most physically demanding matches in IZW's existence, the Impact X match. Walked in as Impact Division champion and was able to walk out Impact Division champion under his own power. And that says a lot given what happens in that type of a match.
Working well together.
Yeah, good tag team continuity on the part of Team Bull, who really have not been active together for the bulk of the past few months.
Maybe this is what they had in mind. They knew Bell would be a hothead. Get the ref's attention so they can work on it.
Well, I did mention earlier, if Bell does have a fault, and Luke can be this way as well. Their passion sometimes overwhelms their common sense. They want to be fighting champions. They want to get in there, but sometimes they're their own worst enemies. And Graham, again, he sees his partner in danger here. And he wants to get in and help. And Bell down the line there. Referee really needs to back him up. Get him back in his corner. Bell inside here. Come on, ref, just get him out of there. You're not doing your partner any benefits here, Graham.
No. And look at him, double team him. And again, the ref did not see it because Graham Bell was in the ring.
Half the battle against the Wolves being done by the Wolves themselves right there. But now, Luke Langley. Langley firing back. Langley and Seguri. Bobby barely able to stay upright. Oh, Bobby's down.
But is he going to make the tag? That's what he needs to do.
They don't want it. The Team Bull does not want Graham Bell in there. They want Luke, not Graham, but they're going to get Graham.
Oh, and he's getting some payback for earlier.
Graham Bell taking his frustrations out on the head and wig of Bobby Starr.
Bobby loses his hair there.
Inverted atomic drop by Graham Bell and a running up European uppercut. Here comes the Bronze Bull. And he's on as much of the receiving end as the Brass Bull was.
Nice, 2 drop kicks.
And now it looks like it's going to be a little bit of double team, double drop kick. Somewhere Ricky Morton is smiling. Up, targeting.
Oh.
Taking the knees right off the Brass Bull, and the Bronze Bull saving his partner right there.
They have to regroup here.
Well, they are. That is exactly what Team Bull looks to be perhaps be doing right here. Team Bull has certainly slowed down the pace of this match, killed any momentum that the KC Wolves had going in. Oh, and the fans, I think the fans remember what you did to the Bronze Bull at Coronation.
I think they want the Bronze Bull to get tased again.
Well, that was certainly one of the worst moments of the Bronze Bull's life, and again, Mark Wilson, not exactly a shining moment afterwards for him.
No, not at all.
And what your mom did to him with the same taser. There's the tag. Now we bring Langley back in.
You're gonna face him eventually. He's gonna knock you out.
And again, a very cautious circling around as the Bronze Bull with the kick to the midsection and a powerful forearm driving Langley back now.
Nice forearm there.
Forearm across the back, takes the legs out from underneath Luke Langley.
Nice headbutt.
Bronze Bull in complete, well, I was about to say in complete control, but Langley now. Langley with those repeated left legs, left fists. High and low. Going all over the body of the Bronze Bull. And it looks like Langley's about, well, Aaron thought he sidestepped that one. Langley intercepts the Brass Bull. Oh!
Took his legs out from under him there.
Aaron Neal just a little too quick for Luke Langley. And now on the outside of the ring, and you know personally how dangerous this can be.
Do not want to be on the outside with Aaron Neal.
No, as that power and that viciousness can come right out. And there are so many very, very bad places that Luke Langley could end up with, but thankfully, the Bronze Bull choosing to continue the match on the inside.
Well, because you can't win it on the outside.
And that's what this is all about. The Team Bull wants to take those tag team championships back. And you're right, they cannot win those titles on the outside. They can't afford to go to a count out or any type of a disqualification, because that will not bring them the gold. Aaron Neal now controlling the pace of the match. As Langley makes his attempts to get some support from the pack. Langley probably about 6 inches to a foot away from his partner there, an outstretch. Oh, you can see Graham extending full as far as he can, but just can't make that tag. And now Graham, again, the emotions overwhelming him. Langley thrown shoulder first into that corner post, and Bobby Starr now raking at the head.
They're singling Luke out. They're just going to town on him.
Well, they definitely sensed, and they seem to sense this from early on. They wanted Luke in the ring. They wanted to be able to work him over. And they've come in here with a plan that appears to be very effective. As now both Bulls.
And Graham gets back in the ring. He's not helping his partner out there.
Well, again, Graham really, I think we all sympathize with the situation that Graham Bell is in, as he has seen his partner take quite a beating in the course of this match. But he is doing no favors stepping into that match.
And I know where he's coming from. I've been in a tag team. You see your partner getting hurt and you want to get in there, but that's not what you need to do. You need to trust that your partner on the inside is going to get in control and tag you in.
Aaron Neil, the full weight of the bronze bull down across the sternum of Luke Langley. And Langley, and listen to that crowd. The crowd chanting, "Never give up."
That is right. We have a tag team that will not give up. We know that for certain.
We've seen the KC Wolves battle their way through some of the most demanding matches ever. Street fights, ladder matches, I Quit matches. We saw it was at Coronation. It would have been completely understandable with the condition that Luke Langley was in, handcuffed to that ring post, and seeing what Graham Bell was going through. They could very easily have simply said those two words, "I quit," but they kept fighting and turned the tide around in order to retain those tag team championships. Right now, I think that same level of determination has got to be applied, but Graham Bell has got to get his emotions under control.
The Brass Bull just taunted there, spit in his face to get him in the ring so they could isolate him again.
And this is where that veteran mentality of Aaron Neal comes into play. The man has been competing in this ring for such a long time, not just in this ring here at IZW, but around the world, over in Japan. He knows all those tactics.
Why Bell's got the refs distracted, Aaron Neal is going to town on Luke.
And the longer that Graham Bell argues with referee Nathaniel Maverick, the more damage can be done to Luke Langley.
Luke is a long way away from his partner, a long way.
Luke has taken such a beating in the course of this match, and he is in completely the wrong side of the ring. I don't think that Luke is one to give up, but there comes a point where your body just gives out, and you're not going to be able to get that shoulder up. And now, Aaron Neal knocking Graham Bell down, and Graham's furious. Graham is absolutely furious. And Team Bull taking complete advantage of that situation. Come on, Graham, get it together.
Come on, get out of the ring.
You've got to do it for your partner. You've got to stay on the outside. We understand. And the look on his face, which I know the cameras can't see right now, but the look on Graham Bell's face says it all. That frustration level is overwhelming.
Uh-oh, here we go.
Oh, double neck breaker. Luke Langley landed on his feet.
But he has a long way to crawl, long way.
Is it an insurmountable distance for Luke Langley to go to?
And he has to get between two opponents.
Langley
there we go!
The tag.
There it is!
Here comes Bell! Bell flies across the ring! Bell, a one-man wrecking crew, as he takes on both members of Team Bull.
Ducks it. Oh!
Backcracker for Bobby. Super kick. As both members of the Wolves. Oh, what a move there! The Wolves, one of the most innovative teams when it comes to double team maneuvers. And they put one together right there, neutralizing the Bronze Bull. And now, Graham Bell.
He got distracted for some reason.
Bell got distracted there. Bobby Stars picked him up. Bell over the top. Oh, could it be? Could we see a bad mood? Bad mood rising. That's it right there. Bell over. They're going to keep the tag team championships. That's Maverick. Oh, come on.
Come on, Aaron.
The Wolves were on the way to keeping the tag team championships when the referee gets pulled out of the ring by the Bronze Bull.
Now the ref's outside. Aaron control here.
Aaron repeatedly throwing.
Oh! The Brass Bull!
The Bulls grab one of those tag team title belts.
No, come on, no, ref!
Not this
Don't
way!
Don't! No!
I cannot believe it.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winners and new IZW Tag Team Champions, Team Bull!
Well, as if things weren't bad enough for Graham Bell when Team Bull took him out of the Impact Player of the Year tournament, now the Team Bull has put themselves back on top of the tag team mountain, as they are the new IZW Tag Team 4 months, proudly and confidently defending those tag team championships.
And they were just taken away from them.
They fought through so many matches with such high-risk stipulations, and when it comes down to it, it's a team with a veteran and with a belt shot. And you can see Graham Bell a little wobbly there because that plate from that tag team championship belt hit him right across the forehead. I'm impressed that he.
I'm surprised he's standing.
Fans, just the disappointment, the incredible disappointment that you can see right there on the face of Graham Bell. But we have brand new tag team champions. Mark the date down here in your calendar as Team Bull for the 4th time. Team Bull are now the IZW Tag Team Champions. I have a feeling that the Wolves will get a rematch, and maybe they'll have the opportunity to get those belts back.
They'll get a rematch, but they don't need it. They were just playing into the Bulls' hands the whole time, and it looked like Aaron and the Brass Bull, they had control the entire time.
A very, very disappointing loss for the team, for the tag team champions, the former tag team champions. Speaking of champions, fans, right now, we've got the Impact Division champion, Jordan Jacobs, standing by in the back. Let's go hear what he has to say.
The momentum has completely been in my corner lately. But last week, Randy Price, he threw a roadblock in my way. And that roadblock was a pile driver. So Randy Price may have beat me last week, but what matters most is that I stood up for what I believe in. And what I believe in is respect. I believe in giving respect. I believe in earning respect, and that ain't never gonna change. And speaking of never gonna change, my mission is still my mission. I will redefine this title. I will make it mean more than it's ever meant before. And I will go down in IZW history as the greatest Impact Division champion of all time. And no matter what happens, that ain't never gonna change.
What does everybody want? What does everybody need? What does everybody love?
Are you tired of the same old birthday party? Well, now's your chance to party with your favorite IZW superstar. See yourself on the big screen while you experience your own personalized entrance. Customized cake and bounce house available. Hop into the ring and go crazy. And then take the memories home on DVD and Blu-ray. Call 580-699-7IZW and party like an IZW superstar.
Do you need money? Cash, moolah, greenbacks? Then get down to Maverick Pond, where we can make you a loan on the gold you don't want to lose, or we can even buy your unwanted gold in silver too. Either way, we'll give you top dollar for your gold and silver. If you don't have any of that, we also make loans on flat panel TVs, go iPads and tablets, go Windows 8 desktop and laptop computers, go Xbox Ones and PS4s, go lithium-ion power tools, go means audio devices and much more. We'll keep your precious valuables safe when you get back on track, get yourself out of hole, or just get your party on. So where can you run when you're under the gun? It's Maverick Pond, 357-4911.
Breaking news, attention Oklahoma and the surrounding area. There is live pro wrestling near you. I'm talking about Impact Zone Wrestling. It's hard hit, it's hard flying. It's the place to get your blood pumping, and it's every Saturday night. Filled with family-friendly environment. Every Saturday night, breathtaking moments. Every Saturday night, up close, in-your-face action. Every Saturday night, tickets available at the door. Only $8 for adults and $6 for ages 10 and under. Like us at Facebook.com/stay-up-to-date on stories and events. But the best way to experience IZW the Impact Arena tonight, Southwest FM.
All right, fans. We've already seen one match in the Impact Player of the Year tournament tonight, and this will be for the final berth.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest is the first round match in the Impact Player of the Year tournament. Coming to the ring first, it's Jake O'Brien!
Well, the graphic says sheepy, but he'll get very angry with you if you call him that anymore. He is Jake O'Brien, and he wants to secure that fourth and final spot in the Impact Player of the Year tournament. But to do so, he's going to have to go through a very tough challenge in the form of one Spike. You know, I had the opportunity recently to interview Jake O'Brien just last week, and yeah, he's a completely changed individual. We used to see Jake come out here. He was definitely popular with the kids. He stood up for the right things. He showed, you know, that he was going to fight for everybody. He was certainly beloved by the IZW world, but something happened when he took some time off, and I don't know what it is that snapped inside him.
And his opponent is the Bulldog, Spike!
The Bulldog, Spike, back here in the Impact Arena. It's been a little while since we've seen the Bulldog, but he was certainly one to put his name forward because he understands that the Impact Player of the Year tournament is a proving ground, and that's what Spike wants to do. He wants to prove his spot here in IZW. A very careful expression on the face there of Spike, as I think also he's not certain what to make of Jake O'Brien.
Yeah, not just say it, Jake O'Brien, Sheepy O'Brien. He's definitely a different person now. He's totally different. His facial expression, how he came down to the ring, totally different.
It's like he doesn't want to look at the fans anymore. He doesn't want anything to do with any of the people around here. I tried to talk to him in the back this week, maybe try to get a bit of a, you know, because Jake and I have known each other for some time, ever since he came down here to IZW, and we've had encounters around various other places around the state, but he wouldn't say a word one to me. He's just a completely different person. All right, collar and elbow tie up there. Did not. I will say, Jake O'Brien, as you can tell, I pointed this out when he came back, he's definitely in his time off. He's been spending time working on himself. He's bulked up. He seems to be probably the largest that he's been in his entire career.
He's definitely a big man, you know. And he's got that punch behind him.
Oh yeah, he's still got trouble. I show right there, Jake O'Brien showing off the power. But make no, you know, Spike, no Johnny come lately in the power department himself.
No, that's.
And that build that Spike has, he's kind of unique in the build that he has, because it gives him that low center of gravity, makes him difficult to get off of his feet. Repeated blows to the back of the head of the elbows there by Jake O'Brien. Irish whip and reversed there by Spike. Before Spike could do anything, though, O'Brien with a kick to the midsection. Spike picks it up, roll-away slam.
Look at that strength.
And only good enough for one.
Spike might be a smaller guy, but he's got that strength behind him.
But that midsection a little bit vulnerable, a little bit tender there. As Jake O'Brien reasserts control in this match. Both of these men looking for the opportunity next week to face off against Bad Brad Michaels. And you, Jeff, you know your opponent coming, I don't know this next week, but in the coming weeks, you know that you will be facing Randy Price in the semifinal match.
I faced Randy before. He's a tough opponent, and he's even tougher now that he's changed and what he did with Coach Tool. And something I'm looking forward to, but I'm not looking forward to. You know what I mean?
And you may be staring right now at one of your potential final opponents if you're able to get past Randy Price in the semifinals, you could possibly be facing either Jake O'Brien or Spike.
You know who I want to face.
Oh, I know who you want to face, though. I know who you want to face. But you can't afford to overlook any of the competitors in this tournament.
I'm watching very closely, and both these men in the ring look very dangerous, very dangerous.
And now look at Jake O'Brien. It's almost like he's daring the crowd to start chanting sheepy at him.
It's a different person here. I don't know what to make of it.
Yeah, Jake is something's gone wrong inside that head. And Jake now off the ropes. And a kick right to the pectoral region. And just stomping.
Oh.
There's enough to keep him down for a 2.
That'll knock the wind out of you right there.
Wasn't quite enough to take it all out as Spike continues to fight. Fans still to come, that main event, the IZW Championship on the line, as the leader of the hype section, Jermaine Johnson, will defend against the Image of Fear, Kevin Morgan, and a very potential game changer in that match, because if Kevin Morgan is to win, then Kevin Morgan will go on to defend the IZW Championship against Johnny Z at Sudden Impact. And so huge ramifications in that main event match, not just the title match of normality. We've already seen one title change hands tonight. Could it be 2 for 2? As Jake O'Brien trying to connect with that. Spike calling him in and then delivering a unique move there from the second rope. Spike with a senton, full force right down there. Spike hooks that leg, leans back, and
very close right there.
So close, but not quite enough to put this match away.
Irish whip.
Reversal there by Jake O'Brien. Spike underneath the clothesline, and shoulder to shoulder. Spike back in the better position there, moves in quick. Oh, again, so close.
I thought he had him there. He went so quickly to that pin.
Well, we saw that so much in that opening match between Double D and Damon Windsor. That minuscule, those tenths of a second are so important. And the fact that Spike had to move from one side of the ring to the other, that very well may have cost him that pin attempt. O'Brien trying to show off that. Oh! Well, I thought he was going to pick him up for a suplex, but instead taking him down with a DDT. And I think O'Brien expected more from that match, from that move than it gave. O'Brien now controlling.
He's working that back.
Working over that upper back. Repeated knee strikes into the upper back and the spine of Spike. He's got the bulldog.
Spike's trying to get the crowd behind him.
And now you can hear some of the members of the IZW world with that sheepy chant. And Jake not responding in kind to it.
But he's got his mind focused on the audience and not on his opponent.
And that gave Spike the opportunity to get out of the predicament that he was in. Oh, spin wheel kick there, Bo, by Jake O'Brien. O'Brien moves in, hooks that leg. And another very, very close 3 count. That's about 3 in a row there.
Yeah, he hooked the leg, but he could have put his weight on there. He probably would have had him.
Those little mistakes, those are the ones that cost you the big matches sometimes. And what? O'Brien.
He just snapped? What?
I don't know. I mean, you can hear him. You can see him covering his ears. You can see that it seems like the chant, we can hear up here in the booth, the chant of Sheepy is really getting underneath the skin of O'Brien, as you see. A little still there, double reversals. O'Brien now on the receiving end. Spine buster by Spike.
He didn't go for a cover.
Spike, I think Spike knows. Spike waiting for that one moment, but Spike with a neck breaker.
Did he catch all of it?
I guess the answer is yes. And that is your fourth and final competitor in the tournament.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winner, Spike!
Well,
Spike's gonna have his hands full next week, or whenever he faces Bad Brad, he's gonna have hands full.
well, Spike chewed his way in. He gnawed on that like an old bone. And he has now found that final slot in the semifinals of the Impact Player of the Year tournament. And Jake O'Brien, another frustration in his career. Fans, let's go pay some bills. We'll be back in just a few moments with your main event.
Are you tired of the same old birthday party? Well, now's your chance to party with your favorite IZW superstar. See yourself on the big screen while you experience your own personalized entrance. Customized cake and bounce house available. Hop into the ring and go crazy. And then take the memories home on DVD and Blu-ray. Call 580-699-7IZW and party like an IZW superstar.
Don't just come to Impact Inc. to customize your skin. Now you can customize your t-shirt with competitive prices and high-quality graphic designs. We're your one-stop shop for wearing your ink. Whether it's for your school, office, athletic team, or just your personal attire, we can take anything you imagine and turn it into a shirt that makes an impact. And if you have an idea but need help with your design, we can do that too. Call 699-7530 or stop by 1008 Southwest 11th Street. Just ask to talk to Candace. From skin sleeves to shirt sleeves. Wear your art, love your ink. Impact Inc.
Do you need money? Cash? Moolah? Greenbacks? Then get down to Maverick Pond, where we can make you roll on the gold you don't want to lose. Or we can even buy you unwanted gold and silver too. Either way, we'll give you top dollar for your gold. So if you don't have any of that, we also make loans on flat panel TVs, iPads and tablets, Windows 8 desktop and laptop computers, Xbox Ones and PS4s, lithium-ion power tools, Go means audio devices, and much more. We'll give your precious valuable safe when you get back on track, get yourself out of a hole, or just get your party on. So where can you run when you're under the gun? It's Maverick Pond, 357-4911. What does everybody want? What does everybody need? What does everybody
So I find myself in the semifinals of the IZW Impact Player of the Year tournament. But what I don't understand, what I'm having trouble putting the pieces together on, is the fact that I'm even in this tournament. Anybody with half a brain knows and understands that I helped build this company from the first brick to what it's become today. But yet I have to show up and prove myself to the IZW world. I have to show up and prove myself to the Wolfenbarger family. Instead of being given my just due, instead of being inducted into the IZW Hall of Impact, where I belong, where the IZW world knows that I belong. Instead of being inducted into the IZW Hall of Impact, where the IZW locker room knows that I belong. I find myself in this tournament with a bunch of miscreants, a bunch of losers, and a bunch of jabronis. I find myself having to prove myself. But that's okay. You saw last week that I advanced. Was anyone surprised by that? Just a formality. It doesn't really matter who it was. It doesn't.
Brad. Hey, I'm really sorry. I know.
Do you see the camera there? Do you understand? I know you've never been on television before, but do you understand that I'm talking to the IZW world out there? Do you understand that everything I say is more important than any words that will ever leave your lips? Do you understand that?
Thank you.
Do you work here?
I couldn't catch you last week. I was really happy to catch you tonight.
Are you on the crew? Are you the janitor? I mean,
we wrestled last week. It was the opening round for the Impact Player of the Year tournament. You and I. You beat me. You did beat me. Which is. I just want to thank you
that's
for
no
the match.
surprise. But what is your name?
Kid Crazy.
That sounds kind of familiar.
Well, we
wrestled
last week. We were in the same ring together at the same time. So, but I'm brand new, so I understand if you don't really remember me.
No. That was you. You do look familiar. I remember this chin very, very distinctly. Are you okay?
Yeah, no, I'm fine.
Your teeth all seem to. You're lucky. Consider yourself
you caught
lucky.
Me pretty good, and all. I really just wanted to say congratulations, and I really did want to wish you good luck for the rest of the tournament.
You know, I appreciate that, especially from a young up-and-comer like you, but understand, I don't need well wishes. I don't need good luck, because I was born for a situation like this. I was born for the Impact Player of the Year tournament that I shouldn't even be in. I was born to hold the IZW Championship. And I was born to be inducted into the IZW Hall of Impact. You, on the other hand, are just an unfortunate soul who found yourself staring across the ring from a first ballot Hall of Famer. Sorry about whatever might have happened last week. I've kind of washed it from my memory, but more than anything, good luck to you.
Thank you.
And whatever this business might hand you from this day forward. Okay. Good luck.
I appreciate it.
Stay around, watch GFL.TV, watch YouTube, and you'll see your IZW Hall of Impactor going to the finals of the IZW Impact Player of the Year tournament and walking out with that sudden Impact contract and eventually the IZW Championship. And then nobody, not you, not Jeff Wolfenbarger, not the IZW World, not the Championship Committee, nobody can stop me from holding my rightful place in the IZW Hall of Impact. So, thank you.
You're welcome. Good luck again.
No. Good luck to you.
Okay.
I don't need it. Good luck.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
And one more thing, you punk! Don't you ever interrupt an interview with the IZW Hall of Impact. You understand? I am the man who built this company from the ground up. Who are you to interrupt my interview time? You wish me good luck. I don't need it. You are the one who needs good luck.
Well, Bad Brad Michaels, an individual never at a loss for words, but the actions there that he took against newcomer here to IZW, Kid Crazy, an individual that I've got some familiarity with myself. I know his work from around the state, from various places around the United States. He came in here to do exactly what it is that the Impact Player of the Year tournament is all about. He wanted to make an impact. He entered himself in here, and he's just trying to show a little bit of respect, a little bit of common decency, and Brad Michaels super kicks him up against the insignia.
Another show of disrespect from Bad Brad Michaels, who I've known for many years, and it just makes me want to face him more. It makes me want to, hopefully in the finals, it'll be me and him.
Well, we'll very well see. As fans, it is now time for our main event. The Image of Fear, Kevin Morgan on his way to the ring. But the stakes, well, I don't think they've ever been higher for it, because the potential game-changing opportunity right here tonight in the Impact Arena, as Kevin Morgan has the opportunity to bring home not only the IZW Championship, but if he were to do so, then it would catapult Johnny Z right into the spot that he has wanted to see himself back in, and that is the opportunity for the IZW Championship would be at his feet against Kevin Morgan come sudden impact on May 16th.
I mean, it definitely worked in my brother's favor, Johnny Z's favor, Impact Inc.'s favor, but Kevin Morgan's a big guy. Even if he has the title, can Johnny Z take it away from him?
Well, you know your brother better than anybody else around here. You know what he's capable of. They call him the natural-born leader, maybe a better term, the natural-born manipulator. But Johnny Z has been faced with some situations against some of the biggest stars in IZW throughout the entire history of this company. And in most of those instances, he's been able to step out and step forward victorious, overcoming a lot of those odds. Many of those times it's been because he's had Impact Inc. behind him. This time, however, he'd have to do it all on his own because he has cast aside his former followers.
Well, he's cast aside, but then he crawls back to try to get him to help him. So it's going to be interesting to see in the next few weeks how that works.
Right. Well, it's going to be interesting to see what happens tonight because this is one of the big key linchpins leading into sudden impact. The result tonight from this championship confrontation. As the members of the hype section await their leader to come forward. As we saw Jermaine Johnson out here earlier, and here he comes again. Quite simply, the most popular man on the IZW roster. And there he is.
He's got that championship around his waist.
That beautiful IZW Championship title secured firmly around the waist of the leader of the hype section, Jermaine Johnson. And his supporters come right up to greet him as he makes his way around the ring and prepares to step in against one of the most powerful and dominant men and physical forces that IZW has ever produced. Hype section in full effect tonight as the members show their support for their leader, and they know full well the stakes that he is about to step in here with and what is on the line for him, not just personally but professionally for both of these men. We now step up to Adrenaline Storm for the introductions for our championship main event.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest is your main event, and it is scheduled for one fall with a 30-minute time limit, and it is for the IZW Championship. Introducing first, your challenger. He is the Image of Fear, Kevin Morgan.
It's been 5 years since Kevin Morgan felt that championship around his waist.
And his opponent, he is your reigning and defending IZW Champion,
in his favor right there. You don't have the title for a long period of time. You won it.
That hunger boiling inside of Kevin Morgan. Well, this is unexpected. But I suppose since Double D certainly has a vested interest in the outcome of this match, and well, he's brought his own chair, as
That's
he is
never
wont,
good. That's never
as
good.
he is wont to do. It appears that Double D will be having a very close personal seat, perhaps, to watch this match.
Well, hopefully he's just going to sit in it.
Well, I would hope so as well, because, you know, we both have seen the damage that Double D could do and has done since making his return. Double D pointing says, I'm watching you too. I'm watching both of you. And I'm not content to just watch on the monitors in the back. I want to see this up close and personal.
Like you said, Double Z has an interest in this.
Yep.
He's supposed to face Jermaine Johnson for the title at Sudden Impact.
Right.
If Jermaine Johnson loses, he can't do that, can he?
Yeah, and I think we all know that Double D has not, in recent weeks, has not been handling that type of frustration terribly well. And if by chance Kevin Morgan were able to claim that championship, and I'm not saying that's a long shot chance by any means, but if Kevin Morgan were to win the IZW championship tonight, I have a feeling Double D would take out some of his anger about that situation in the ring. And he's brought himself his favorite weapon to do so with.
Well, ever since Double D's come back, he's made it a point that he deserves that title, and he wants it.
Well, Double D never lost the championship. He's made that point very, very clear. He was carted out of here after being on the brutal end of a beatdown by the members of Impact Inc. He had to be taken out by an ambulance. He had to be stripped of the championship, and I can certainly see the point that he makes. A person like Double D, a person like Jermaine Johnson, and I think a person like yourself would feel much more comfortable with the understanding that I got in the ring, I fought the best I could, I was defeated that night, somebody else was the better man, but the circumstances that D lost the championship in, it's left a very unsettled feeling inside of him.
You're right. I can see where he's coming from. I can see I can kind of see his point of view. He leaves, he gets taken out, and here's Jermaine Johnson, and he's kind of in his place. So I see where he's coming from. But
and when he lost that championship, Jermaine Johnson wasn't even in the picture. He had left IZW. He quit. He'd gone on to try some other things. He came back and he put that championship back around his waist. Now the challenge is to make it past Kevin Morgan.
Oh, look at that power. He's trying to use his power and strength.
Yeah, Jermaine Johnson very, very vocal often about showing off his power and strength, but tonight you're not going to be able to show it off quite so easily against the image of fear. Oh, look at Kevin Morgan. Morgan now on the receiving end of some forearms. Jermaine first with the arms, then with the feet, ducks the clothesline off the far rope. Clothesline, but that doesn't really move the big man too much.
He ain't going down.
Johnson trying desperately, Russian leg sweep. That'll put the big man down. Is Johnson going to really try to do this? This may not be the right move.
Can he do it?
Survey seems to say no. Kevin Morgan, there's some power and strength for you. As he just picks up by the rib cage.
Easily.
Picks up Jermaine Johnson, showing no exertion. And now a huge knee, repeated huge knees in the midsection. And a straight right hand to the jaw of Jermaine Johnson.
The hype section is quiet.
The hype section is a bit concerned right now as Morgan, with a gut wrench, putting him up on top of that shoulder. What's he going to do with him here? No! The full force jarring the spine as all Morgan did was take a knee, but it drove all the rest of that skeleton right up there.
That move, it hurts your back, it hurts your abs, everything hurts when that happens. Jermaine's up.
Jermaine shook that off surprisingly quickly. He is trying to prevent Morgan from coming off the top rope there. Oh! All that weight, that's 300 plus pounds, comes crashing down on the IZW champion. And Kevin Morgan in with the first pin attempt of the match. And he just gets a 1 count out of it. That shows the resiliency of your IZW champion.
Here's some strength right there. Look at that.
A show off a military press.
Quick thinking by the champion right there.
But a J factor there by Jermaine Johnson.
Jermaine Johnson working on the back. That's a smart move by the champion right there.
Johnson now rolling Morgan over. And Johnson trying to fire up the hype section.
He's kind of brought the big man down, slowed him down a little bit.
Yeah, but you can see it's taken quite a bit out of Jermaine Johnson as well there.
Yep.
The pause, as he was not able to execute that Irish whip, and the pause there as he was almost summoning some more internal strength before knowing he was going to take extra strength to yank Kevin Morgan out of the corner. But even with all of that exertion, Kevin Morgan still not able to keep the champion down for 3. And now Morgan picking Johnson up and catapulting him into the corner, his head bouncing off that top turnbuckle.
Kevin Morgan's a big man. He's got a lot of strength on him.
Oh! And Kevin Morgan absolutely levels Jermaine Johnson.
He took his head off with that one. But the champ again kicking out.
And now Kevin Morgan methodically putting the boots to the midsection of Jermaine Johnson. And Johnson still showing signs of life, but he has certainly been weakened from that attack. And now, I thought maybe Morgan was going to go for a vice grip as he had both hands on the sides of the head of Jermaine Johnson. Johnson once again trying that Irish whip and failed the second time. And again the full force of Kevin Morgan crashes into the body of Jermaine Johnson. Again following up and doing it again a second time. And Morgan. The salto over there.
Lane kicks out. That was kind of close right there.
Another quick, close fall.
Jermaine getting to the corner. I think he's trying to get his breath back.
Yeah, but Morgan in the corner as well. Morgan with a diving splash, and somehow Johnson was able to evade that at the last moment.
And get the crowd behind him.
Again, Johnson depending on the support from the hype section, but he's caught in the wrong place right there. That is a long way down for Jermaine Johnson, and Morgan can sense it.
Setting him up.
Morgan going for the spear. Johnson sidesteps the spear.
Oh, is he going to be able to get him?
And somehow, Johnson with a German suplex.
He's hanging on to go for another one.
He did not release. Does Johnson have the strength to do a second one? Right now, the answer appears to be no, but he can pull out a J effect.
Crowd getting behind him. I don't know if the fans can see this, but Double D is on the edge of his seat.
Double D his eyes completely focused on this match. They have not left the match, the entirety of it, as he has scouted both of these people. But he specifically wants to make sure that Jermaine Johnson keeps this championship in his grasp. And Johnson looking for the ES2. Morgan dives in. Morgan with a spear. Morgan is absolutely obliterated the champion. That's it. New champion right now. Oh!
That was close. That was close.
That was just as close as any of those pinfalls earlier on. Especially the D and Winter match. And now, Morgan waiting. Morgan looking to make Johnson face his moment of fear, but Johnson slides over the back. Johnson drives with the legs, but not enough to keep the big man down. Big boot!
Big boot!
Huge boot out of nowhere.
I think the champ is out. If Kevin goes for a pin, I think he's got him.
Johnson down, Johnson motionless. And Kevin Morgan picking him up. I think looking to put him one more move away. But Johnson able to catapult Kevin Morgan over the top rope. And that buys some desperately needed time for the champion to recuperate.
The champ just stays in the ring. He might have a count. No, the champ rolled out.
Well, that's the type of man that Jermaine Johnson is. He doesn't want to take the count out victory. He wants to prove that he can put down the biggest dog in the yard. That's Kevin Morgan. So Johnson to the outside, giving the fans on that side of the ring an up-close and personal view of Kevin Morgan. Now bouncing Morgan's head off the steel stairs like a basketball. Johnson exclaims, "We got this." Johnson dives. Oh, Johnson!
He hit Double D.
Johnson collided with Double D.
Did he mean to?
Well, I don't think that was the situation. Morgan looked to me like Morgan sidestepped, and Johnson couldn't stop his momentum. He'd already launched into the dive.
Well, Double D is down.
D is certainly on the receiving end of that collision, and you're right, Double D is down, but the match continues on the inside. And Johnson waiting, Johnson with the ES2. Johnson down. And Double D in, Double D. Absolutely assaulting Jermaine Johnson. Double D beating the snot out of Jermaine Johnson. This is like when they first both came back here and it made it clear that they both wanted the IZW Championship.
They're fighting up the ramp.
This is a Pier 6 brawl. I hope they don't come up here in the broadcast area. Both of them fighting their way up the ramp. Exchanging blows here at the top of the ramp. And Johnson throwing Double D into the back area. Well,
I can still hear them. They're still going at it back there.
Well, obviously this match ended in a disqualification. I guess it'll be Jermaine Johnson winning by DQ. But here comes Johnny Z. Johnny Z sensing the weakness. Johnny Z sensing an open moment, and Johnny Z taking advantage of it.
I'm not surprised. Not surprised.
No, none of us are going to be surprised by this.
Probably not what my brother had in mind, but he took advantage of a situation.
And that's exactly what he does. Johnny Z sensing an opening. Johnny Z wanting to weaken his opponent come sudden impact. Doesn't want Kevin Morgan to go into sudden impact at full strength. And Johnny Z with straight right hands now to the side of the head of Kevin Morgan.
There's no one out here. There's not a ref or anybody out here.
No, this isn't a match. This is a fight. But you look at the eyes of Kevin Morgan.
Oh, he's not.
I think maybe Johnny Z may be about to regret his actions here.
He bit off a little bit more than he can chew right
Those
here.
blows, they aren't really moving Kevin too much. And now I think John realizes he's pissed the wrong man off. Spear by Morgan. spear puts the natural born leader down.
And the crowd's liking it.
And I think Kev just signaled, thumbs down, it's all over for you.
Is he gonna get some help?
He's about to send the lights out. Lights out.
What happened?
Why are there lights out in the Impact Arena now?
I hear something in the ring.
What's going on? Ah, Windsor! Windsor with the briefcase.
Well, I guess Impact Inc. has a little juice still left in it.
Well, it does certainly look to me right now like the pieces of Impact Inc. aren't completely separated. And Kevin Morgan on the receiving end of that briefcase.
Now my brother can sit back and your
brother isn't going to sit back.
Uh-oh.
Well, again, the eyes. Oh, right between the eyes.
That's the second one. He's got to be down now.
Kevin Morgan leveled again with that briefcase. But I get the feeling.
Well, a handshake.
Johnny Z isn't done yet, but certainly a handshake and a hug. Now, and look who's back. Look who's out here now.
Oh, Kevin! Kevin!
Well, looks like Impact.
This is not exactly how I had this going down. I mean, Kevin, you were supposed to be the IZW champion. Hey, shut your mouth!
Hey, can you not see that this is a glorious moment for the Savior? Sit down, shut your mouths. Hey, listen to what this man has to say before he gets hit in the head with the briefcase again. You think we won't do it? Get him up, Damon.
Oh, it's about to get a whole lot better.
And one more
boom, boom, boom.
Kevin Morgan put it down.
As I was saying, Kevin, can you hear me? Can you hear me, Kevin? Okay, he can't hear me. So, Kevin, next week, YouTube.com/IZW Oklahoma. I want you to watch. I want you to watch what's going down right now. Because Kevin Morgan, May 16th, sudden impact. You are going to face the natural born leader, Johnny Z, and big business, Damon Windsor.
Oh, come on.
The facilitator.
Well.
So, Kevin, we got a theme for you. Hit our music!
And I was sure I would never have to listen to that sound again.
Yep.
But it appears that the rumors of Impact Inc.'s death are gravely premature. Johnny Z has put the band back together. And
just when he needed it. Just when he needed to put them back together.
And come May 16th, Kevin Morgan has to face both these members. I think they're not done here with Kevin.
No.
As if they haven't done enough damage so far. And the kiss of death from... Oh, wow!
On. Come on, John.
Well, it was good for 3 from the natural born leader. And Johnny Z demanding that the Strange of the impacting theme are played, and there they stand right there. Is that the scene you're going to see May 16th? Fans, for the attorney Jeff Wolfenbarger, I'm CM Burnham. Thanks for tuning in, and so long from the Sooner State.